Dude, you're an incredible storyteller. How can someone learn how to tell stories better?
Thank you. I've been working really hard on that. You know what I've been doing?
What?
I've been listening to Matthew McConaughey YouTube videos
Oh my God.
nonstop for the
He's
last
the
couple
man.
months. He's the
He's the
man.
man. Yeah.
So, right. So he just came out with a book called Green Lights, and he does all of these things that are very subtle. And I've always been very imitative. When I was a kid, I used to mirror batting stances,
Hmm.
golf swings, and actually to a fault, because I would watch football and then I'd tackle my sister. But we'll leave that out of the narrative. Uh, so, and yeah, it was really bad, but I was too imitative. Like I would just watch something, I would just copy it. And just listening to McConaughey on repeat has just fused into my blood. And you
Mm.
just listen, you pick up on the tricks. You're like, I'm going to try this. I'm going to try that. That's the first thing. The second thing was I did a super COVID no-no, and I went and I saw Chappelle live because he's doing
Wow.
these shows in Austin, Texas. And I'm listening to Chappelle. Everyone got tested beforehand. So you got to swab up your nose, instant test. Every single person in the audience. So I'm sitting in the back, the equivalent of the nosebleed sections. I mean, I needed binoculars to see Chappelle from where I was. And I mean, these were the cheap seats of the cheap seats. And I'm sitting there and Chappelle gets on. And I'd never seen Chappelle live. I had only listened to Chappelle a couple times. And he starts talking. And he starts off and he's making all these jokes. He's moving pretty fast. And then he starts telling this story that he wanted to be deep. And it was about a transgender fan of his who took her life because people on the internet were bashing her and they were mocking her and making fun of her. She just couldn't deal with it anymore. This fan from San Francisco. And he's talking sort of like I'm talking now, slowly, pausing on every word, letting the ideas sink. And I'm 250 yards away, and I feel like I am face to face with this guy. You couldn't even stick a piece of paper between us. I'm so into this story. And that night, Chappelle taught me something that the internet has totally forgotten. That you don't need to go fast to keep
Mm.
people captivated. And that when you want to say something deep, you change your tone, you change the pitch of your voice, you change the cadence of your words, and you let things sink. And so when it comes to speech, when it comes to stories, I'm always thinking about what Chappelle and Matthew McConaughey are doing. And then I guess it just works. It's kind of that simple, man. I haven't thought about it much at all. I've just copied what the best in the business do. And it's all free on YouTube for you to learn from.